Go, people, here we go. We are live. We are live. We are live. It's alive. Hi, Sarah. Sarah was first one here, and then Sylvia. Hello, Sylvia. Thank you for stepping out of your crop. I know she's cropping all this weekend and getting a ton accomplished. Hey, Margie. Good to see you too. Right here, right here. I am trying to see out of the reading portion of my glasses and not look like I'm looking like that. It's just weird. You know, the progressive's down on the bottom. Oh, it is so good to see you. There you are. You are here.
A little bit better light.
Oh, wow. That's nice and bright. That looks like it's coming in the window.
Yep.
Wow. Nice. Let's see who else is here. Glynis is here. Hello, hello. Good to see you. Who else? I know it takes a minute after it goes live. Scrolling down all the chat. Well, we've got admin here. Oh, it's a live admin meeting. There's Kathy Lake. Whoop, whoop. The party can get started. Kathy is here. Hi, Kathy. It is good to see you. It is so good to see you. Yeah, I wanted to give a few minutes at the beginning for people to be able to get in because this is going to be a short live and we want everybody to have a chance to see the project without us having to go through it 5 times because I don't think we have that kind of time. So I am too. I am very excited. So we thought we would start out just talking about June and July for a few minutes because admin met the other day and we planned the whole summer. So we are planned out June and July completely. I'll be creating those YouTube events and putting them in YouTube. The only drawback I see to that is what we just saw. If you have multiple events coming up, then the first one gets buried at the end because the last one you put in shows up first on YouTube. So then people have to go searching for it back there. That could be a real problem. Hi, Sada. Good to see you. There's that we again. Sylvia, you were a part of that we. You are a part of this we. So that makes me wonder if I really should create them that far out. Even if I create June.
Maybe they fix themselves once they're in there.
I don't know. I'll go with June and then let's watch
it. If you log out and log back in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you would think that it would pop up the next one coming up that you would be aware for. Although I know that you can click on them and you can say notify me, even if you're already subscribed and supposed to be getting notifications, because some people don't get them. Sure. Is that possible? Yeah, it is possible. It is indeed possible. And it is going to be today. So let's talk a little bit about June. Those who are coming in to watch the replay, we're going to go over June and July very briefly. And this is just to give a few minutes for people to get into the live that are going to want to see this project. June, if you already saw the link that's out there for June 3rd, which is this Monday, for Monday's Jumpstart, June is Imagination Month. Aren't our admin clever? I think they are. I think they're very clever. It is.
Jen, was that you?
No, I think it was a collective effort.
Okay.
Yeah, I think in our discussion, it was just a whole collective effort. Hey, Susan, it is so good to see you. Imagination.
I think we got there in the end.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, should I? I'm not going to tell you everything, but I'll say this: in June, we are going to expand our imagination and expand our definition of collage. How about I leave it at that? Everybody loves to collage because it's very relaxing. It's just kind of a good no-brainer activity that is fun and it uses up, scrap pieces and blah, 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 blah. But there's more to collage than just slapping paper down on a piece of paper. And our admin had some fantastic ideas. So we are going to expand our definition of collage and do some things the 4 weeks in June. Not one of them is going to be a standard old slap and paper on paper collage, right? I don't need to expand. I'm big enough now, Margie.
You have to use your imagination for
there
it.
you go. Just expand your imagination. So that will be all of June. Every week is going to be completely different and lots of fun. And then in July, July, I am really excited about. All except the 1st. July 1st, there will be no Monday Jumpstart. We'll make up for it on the 8th, the 15th, the 22nd, and the 29th, because your admin team is going to teach you or share with you, I probably should say, share with you some of the things that they do really well that you may not even know about. So each one of the weeks is completely different, and there's different admin that are available on Mondays during the day to help demonstrate those things. And so you'll have to look at the posts that are coming up and see, what you'll need to bring. None of them are going to require a whole bunch of, anything. There'll be the things that you already have on hand. But I'm excited because there's going to be some talent and ideas here that will, again, expand your imagination, but your imagination. That was lame, I know, but killing time. No rest for the weary. So that will take us all through July. So, okay. Well, we have 11 people here, so I assume that there's probably some people that have not jumped into chat. If you are new to our channel, we welcome you, and we invite you to hop in chat and say hello so that we can say hi back to you, because we do love to get to know everybody, and we welcome you in. And this is a very friendly group that we love new people, so you'll feel new the first time. Jump in chat and say hi first time. And so we can get to know you. And I promise you won't feel new ever again after that. We'll take you right into the family, and you'll just have way too much fun. Don't promise too much, Sylvia says.
Hey, it happened to me,
It's for July.
You guys just became family.
Yeah, see? Exactly. DM did the same thing. She just jumped in chat and said, hey, it's my first time here. We said, hey, welcome. Come on in. So, okay. Say hi and hit that like button. Hi back to you. Yeah, thanks, Sylvia. Okay, I am going to, what time are we? We're approaching 4 o'clock. Okay, and this is going to be a short live. So apparently a lot of people are going to have to watch it on replay, and that's okay. I am going to flip my camera view and show you my desk, and we are going to take a look at the project that is our next weekend workshop. I am so excited about this one. And look at the smiles on those two, because they've seen it. They've seen it. They're excited too. I am really excited about this one. Okay, so let me flip my camera. Camera. All right, and I will take full screen there, and we'll have to get it set. We'll cover that little light right there. Okay, I think that will work. All right. So this project is using a brand new collection from 49 and Market. And this collection literally just was released last week. So very, very excited about it. It is gorgeous. It is called Academia. The new collection from 49 and Market is called Academia. And the project that we are going to do was designed by Janine Meyerowitz, who is the founder and owner of 49 and Market. And she designs some very cool projects. Her design team, designers, create the collection, and then she takes it and creates the project. And then she even teaches retailers and store owners in a class, a workshop, just like we do a workshop. She teaches us the project so that we can then bring it back to you and teach the project. And I will tell you this, she teaches this project in 3 hours. And we are hightailing it to try to keep up with her, but that's all the time that we have in the setting that we're doing it in. And there is no way, even the retailers that are used to doing this all the time, we can never keep up with her in 3 hours. So I always have to finish it after the fact. But the beautiful thing is she has created really, really nice instructions to follow, step-by-step, colored pictures. So you will find that to be very helpful. What I love about that is that you can do this project, but then you've got this instructions and reminder of different techniques or things that you did. And you can take that back and use that on other projects going forward. So you can keep a little notebook or a file that has things like that that you gather, because that will give you lots of ideas. So, so the workshop is going to be on a Saturday, and I'll tell you when that is, and then we'll go ahead and look through this. It is June 29th, Saturday, June 29th, and we are going to start at 10 a.m. my time. That is Mountain Time. So that is 9, 10, 11, or 12, depending on which time zone you are in, 9, 10, 11, or 12. And I am going to allot 6 hours for this. Last time we did a Friday night and a Saturday, and then we found that we really didn't need all that time. What?
Oh, Margie says it opens too.
Oh, right. Right. I'm just waiting for people to get in. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go through this 5 times and we don't have
more.
Really. So we're going to do this all in one Saturday, and everyone at the workshop is going to finish it before we leave. So let's take a look at it. It's so realistic. I agree, Sarah. Okay, so let's start with the cover here. There, of course, is paper in the background, but a lot of this stuff that you see is added to it. There is a whole strip of books that I absolutely loved. In fact, it goes all the way around it. Just very cool. Nice border there. The doorway with all the cool brick of the building is added. And when you open the doors, those lockers inside are added. All of these things, all of these embellishments are added here. So some of them are rub-ons. Like these Edison bulbs here are rub-ons, and these Edison bulbs here are, these are rub-ons as well. And then there's some inside that are chipboard die cuts. These leaves are die cuts. So it's really hard to tell. This is printed, this is rub-on, this is rub-on. And it's hard to tell which is not printed because they look so cool, except you do get that 3D. In real life, you get that 3D. Lucy, come back. You can come here and lay down. It's okay. The 3D effect there. So this is a photo album. There's a label on here. Okay. So this is created as a photo album. And I will say that you do not have to use it as a photo album. You can, hi, Diane, you can make any and all changes to it that you want. And during the workshop, as we go through it, we will talk about some of those changes so that you can make it exactly what you want. You may or may not want a photo album. This one I did exactly as Janine taught it, as a photo album. And I did not have photos ready to go. And so I left it ready or to put the photos in later. So 49 and Market makes this great album cover. And it comes just like that, just a plain album cover with nothing on it. We do everything. It's just the plain black. This comes from the laser cuts. This is 49 and Market's ring binder. And look how easily they open. I'm so impressed. This is the first time I've used their ring binder, and I will definitely use it again. So let's start over here on this side. So as you look at this, I know it's kind of hard to tell. Some like the easel is printed on the paper, and so we cut that out so we could stick the frame behind it. But you've got rub-ons and die cuts all over the place. It's hard to tell what's rubbed on, what's die cut, because everything is so amazing. So this is ready for a 4x6 photo to be slid in there. Once it's in there, then that could just be tacked down with a little bit of glue. So learned lots of tricks about making it and not sealing things up so that it can be added upon later. Janine's really good about that. So in the back side here, you can see where we cut out so we could put the frame behind it. So she created the back here so that you could just put a mat down, and we'll talk about that and do that in the workshop. I did not do that on this one so that you could see this, but just put a photo mat down here, and then you'd put photos on top of it so you wouldn't be seeing this at all. So you could write on one, have photos on the other. You could put a photo mat on both. Next page, same thing, ready to put your photo in. A lot of things are added. Some things are printed on. Some things are rub-ons. Just a lot of cool.
That backpack is adorable.
Aren't they? And there's so many of them in there. There's like 6 or 9. I love them because they're like knapsacks. What are old-fashioned?
Like the canvas bags.
Yes, that's it exactly. So they're like the canvas bags. So you know they're backpacks, but they don't look like kids' school backpacks. That I didn't want. So this owl is printed on. This owl is chipboard. And so you can put your photo in there. You can put your photo in there. And all of these pages have that back where you could write. You could just decorate with more. Oh, there is a ton of embellishments, of rub-ons, of die cuts, of laser cuts, or you can do more photos there. So here's a good example. These 3 are all die cuts. So ready to go for the photo. Once you put the photo in and you tack this down, then those Edison bulbs will stay right there. There's a whole row of these adorable pencils. This is one of my favorite parts. I got to show you the pencils. Are they cute? They're so cute. They're only like an inch tall. They're just, don't go blurry. There we go. They're just teeny tiny, and there's a whole row of them like the row of books. So added this desk here, so cut off part of those to go back there. Again, cut out the easel to put the frame behind it. Just rub-ons, all kinds of things. There's just so many ways to decorate it, and you can change all things up as we're going along if you choose.
I agree with you, Margie.
What'd she say?
She said she loves how it's old-fashioned without being grungy.
Yes. I did not ink anything in this book. I agree with you, Margie. I was thinking that as I made it. It looks vintage, but I didn't have to ink anything, and it's not grungy. It really isn't. It is adorned really well. All these things are added upon. Love that one. There's a lot of little collective things like that, groupings, clusters type of things. But yeah, I didn't feel the need to. I mean, you can certainly more. See how many of these there are? There's just a ton of them. You can certainly ink the edges if you want. I didn't feel the need to. Now I want you to notice how much space is in here. There is a ton of space left in here. So if you wanted to add extra pages, these are all 6x8. You can cut 6x8 cardstock of any color that goes with it, or white. There's plenty more embellishments, and you can add a ton in there. So this is a nice file folder pocket that she put in there. Her thought was things from the school year that you might want to keep if that's what it's for, or other embellishments, decorations. And I might just take this out and use it somewhere else because I don't have a school year that I'll put in there. Okay, so this came plain, and we added this on. So you get this, you get everything in your kit, but you could, because we added this on, you can put it anywhere. So a future journal, I might take it and put it up top, and then let the pages flip this way. I think that would be really fun. You could actually put one here and another one over on this side. And when it closes, they wouldn't be hitting each other. So that would be really fun to have both sides flip, but different directions. Okay, this silicone band right here is not attached, so it will come right off if you want to. You can move it anywhere along here that you want, which is really nice because it doesn't have to stay in one place. This is part of the packaging. I love that she makes all of the packaging usable. And we used front and back covers and all packaging. So she designed this to be like the vintage composition book, just like this. And you will receive the bookbinding tape to go on it, the labels, and you can choose what label to put on there. This comes in a pack of 2. So you're actually going to get 2 of these composition books. You actually get 2 of the ring binders because that comes in a pack of 2. And I'm not going to split those apart. There wasn't enough cost difference to make any effect really on the cost of the kit. So I'm not going to. You can just have 2 because I see a ton more uses for these. In fact, the paper is so nice and thick. This is really good quality mixed media paper. You could turn that into an art journal if you wanted, and you would not need to double up the pages. So, all right. So in here, I love that page. Isn't that cool? There was 2 of those, and that is the front and back cover. And isn't the bus cute?
Mm-hmm.
I do like, there's a lot of these hexagons, and they have really nice sayings on them, and they're not childish sayings or even having to do with school and kids at school, because you may choose to use it differently and you don't want that. But dreams come a size too big so we can grow into them. I would use that. Love that. Bye, Sylvia. Sylvia wants to be first on the list. Got to go to Starbucks to feel the upcoming June imagination. This is a rub-on. This one is a die cut or a laser cut. So you can slide the photo in there. If I rub that on, it would be sealed down. So I wanted to make sure you could put your photo in there. These are all photo mats, so you can just put a photo in there. They don't all have to have frames, and you can slide the photo behind here. Aren't these cute? She made these little paper clips. There's a couple of gray and a couple of black. And I
love those.
I know, I do too. And I put them on there, and I decided not to glue them down so that
also makes a pocket.
Oh yeah. That's a cute little pocket, isn't it? Oh, I like that. Good idea. Yeah, see? All the paper is double-sided. So what's on the other side? You could choose to put the other side down. There is a really nice print on the other side. We chose to put, I followed her exactly for the sample. We can do it differently in the workshop. There's DM's favorite page.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Love all the chevrons in all the colors. And there's those cute little pencils. I love it. It's maybe my favorite embellishment right there, except I really love the knapsacks.
Mm-hmm.
And the books.
Yep.
So these are die cuts, but these are all rub-ons. She does fantastic rub-ons. You get sheets and sheets of rub-ons of all different kinds. There's one whole sheet. All it is the leaves. Some of them are green and some of them are the fall colors. You'll see them throughout. Look at these. These are all rub-ons, and it's already put together in a cluster for you. So you don't have to try to figure out what to layer to make the cool cluster.
So you don't have to think.
Yes. This, it looks so beautiful and so complicated. It is really simple to do with her instructions because she's already created those clusters. I love that. This was a cluster. This is 3 different clusters here and the words. And more of the hexagons. Just stuck that one right behind there. Okay, so more pages. Again, these clusters, these are chipboard clusters. And more, so you can see there's the fall colored leaves, and then there's some green ones out from under here. I like this too. I like these pages that have all of the colors on them.
I know, that's one of my favorite pages too, because of the orange and the black and the gray dots.
And I had a hard time deciding what side to use. Yeah. I wanted to use both sides of both. So this one I remember, the other side is white numbers on black background. And this is black backgrounds on our black numbers on white background.
I wonder if you did one page one way and the other page the other, how it would look.
And you can always lay it down and look at it before you eat.
Be like a mirror, yeah.
Here's a rub on. This whole thing is a rub. So there's some of the green leaves. There's a rub-on. This is a rub-on. This was a chipboard embellishment here. Look at
Margie
this.
likes it because it's easy and not think, and you don't have to think. She
No,
says,
I
"Yay,
know.
no thinking."
Me too. Okay, this is a rub-on, these Edison bulbs, and these are die cuts. Everything is already die cut for you. There's a pack of die cuts, and then there's laser cutouts that you just pop out of the thing. I love that. I love Edison bulbs. And at first I didn't want to use a bunch of them because I love them. I wanted to save them for other projects too. But you've already seen a ton in here. I still have leftover Edison bulbs. There are so many in this pack. Awesome cluster right here. In all these little things. That was die cut. This is a die cut. Rub-on, rub-ons, rub-ons, rub-ons. There's some of the green leaves. Look at these cute little rulers. And what I want to show you that is the ruler is still open. Maybe. There we go. The ruler is still open so that you can slide your photo behind it. This one as well.
Good lay down. There you go.
So her thought about this was that if you were making it for a grandchild or one of your children, that you'd make this for one particular year and that they could take this. This is all rub-ons here. So you could decorate the whole thing, put another couple photos on. But her idea was that, and she has 13-year-old triplets, by the way. So she made one as a sample. She made one in our workshop, and then she had to make one more so they'd all have one. And so she thought they could take this to school and all their friends could sign it, you know, kind of like a little yearbook. And then you've got this last page as well. These are all rub-ons. My thought, if you're making this for a grandchild or a niece or nephew or somebody, and I don't have one, or I would, my thought is you make the whole thing, and if you can get hold of the pictures, great, because then you can have that all decorated there. But then you come back here to this back page, and this is where you write a special note to them, you know, about them, which is really nice pertaining to that time of their life. And then you ask them to come over here and write some of their thoughts and memories about this year that all these pictures are encompassing. And then it's not just a gorgeous journal, but it's actually a whole or a gorgeous, you know, memory book of photos, but it's also partly journal with their thoughts in it, which I love those staying with the pictures for the time. I'd love to pull one off the shelf for each year of my childhood and go, okay, well, that year, this is kind of what I was thinking and, you know, where I was at. So isn't that pretty?
I love the paper pack.
It's awesome.
I love the whole pack, I guess.
I'm so excited.
Paper. You know what? I had a whole kit sitting here and I just took it out just to make space on my desk. I could go get it. But what I wanted to show you here was this is the tray that I had all my things in. How much stuff is left? This is all
That's
just
a lot.
rub-ons. Yeah. And I paper clip them together because once you've got them cut out, then the rub-on top part tends to not stay with the backing paper, and then it comes off, and I don't want it sticking onto anything else because they're gorgeous rub-ons. Look at that. I use so many leaves, and I still have one full sheet. These are 2 half sheets there. There's just so many things that I didn't even use because you can only use so much. And I love this. Here's all the big ones. Underneath it is all the little ones, books, and all the little parts and pieces. But this is a laser cut sheet. And this is where the thing in the center of on the spine, the part of the torn out notebook, it came off of, and the chevrons that I didn't even use yet. And look, this, I can hold it, is where the pencils came out of.
So cool.
That's awesome.
How many ideas do you already have for this little spiky?
Yep.
I thought, oh, just spray it green or paint it green. And you got cool little grass right there.
Mm-hmm. Dirty
cool.
icicles is what I'm seeing right now.
Yeah. Perfect.
Right?
Oh, how cute would that be on a little Christmas card or in a Christmas journal on the cover? Yeah. So I had to keep these because all of these, you know, really see potential in all of these. And this one has the bleed from both sides. So it's striped, actually, has 3 colors on it. So yeah, so definitely keep that. But it's there's just so much in the kit. There's the 3 sheets of transfers, and they are as long as this sheet is. Those of you who are familiar with 49 and Market know how awesome 49 and Market is. And this is a new designer, David. Even their packaging. I mean, I would pull these little windows and doors off back here, which I still might. I haven't cut it up for a reason because I can't decide if I want the miniature door and window or if you want
all those bookshelves.
Sheets of books. I know. So let's see if I can get half. I could get half of the books and still get that, and I could get some little sections. So I may still do that. But if you cut it very carefully, even this down here, there was a cluster in the pack that looked like this that I used, and it says 49 on it. If you happen to have somebody with 49 as their athletic number, then great. But she even made little circle things that are the exact size. So if you don't want 49, you can put one over the top of it. So I thought that was really cool. So
that's awesome.
Anyway, love it.
That is the 49 and Market Academia album. That is going to be our next weekend workshop, June 29th, which is a Saturday from 10 to 4 Mountain Time. So 9, 10, 11, and 12 will be our start time. The cost of the kit, the class, including shipping, this is everything. And you will have an extra ring binder. You have an extra composition book. And you've got enough extra stuff to decorate a whole nother journal. I may take my leftover and make more of a junk journal style. And so have one of each because there is plenty left over.
Right.
The entire cost of everything is $89.
Whoop, whoop.
That's awesome.
I love this. Love this.
Plus your time, $89 for the kit and your time, Marianne.
Well, not charging for time because I
know. That's what I'm saying. It's free time with you and a couple of admin.
And admin. Oh, yeah. So who's in? If you know, hi, Julie. If you know for sure you want to be in, there are, as always, only 10 seats because we'll do it on StreamYard so everybody can see and everybody can speak. And I like for everybody to be able to be heard when they speak. So, okay. So
last workshop was really successful that way.
Say that again.
Our last workshop was really successful that way. Everybody got a chance to finish what they were working on if they needed to
ask questions and more. We all got to talk and know each other better. It was just such a wonderful weekend. I did too. All right. So I've got DM and I've got Jen and Sylvia before she had to leave because I know she's at her crop. She said she's in. So I've got Sylvia. Bond's in. Hi, Bond. Glad you made it.
Woohoo.
Okay, I got Bond. So you can either Venmo or PayPal. They are ready to go. So let me also say this. 1 to 2 weeks prior to the workshop, we will get together as a group so that we can go over and everybody will have received their pack. Their kit, but we want to go over any preparation that needs to be done ahead of time because there is some prep like cutting the photo mats to size and some ways to be organized with it to make it smoother and easier for you. So we'll get together and go over that so that everybody will be ready to go and have all questions answered. Sada's in. Got you, Sada.
Woohoo.
Yay, this is going to be so much fun. See, that's the good thing. She's in Puerto Rico and you can't just hop over here and, ever all the time, but we can see her. We can see her. Hard. That's awesome.
Definitely looking forward to that. Now, I do have to say, I have seen this done by that woman in 3 hours, and it's pretty scary to watch her do it that fast. So I'm glad that we've extended the time because there is no way that anybody could do it. Only her, because she knows what's coming up.
Well, yeah, because she created it and she's done it.
Right.
She's gone through multiple ideas to come to this one.
Right.
Yeah.
And the other thing about 49 Market, why I like this, is that the album is already made. So it's like you don't have to make the cover. You don't have to figure out the binding. You already know that. And It's like I said earlier, it's almost, not brainless, but you can rest your brain a little bit on this project.
And just have fun.
Yeah, and just have fun.
I'm so excited to like play with those colors.
I know. This is a Dawn Marie palette right there. And it's got
Yeah.
owls in it, which I love.
Keep talking.
Keep talking.
I need to run out and grab the kit.
Oh, okay.
Where did she go?
I'm so
I was
excited.
like, it's video space.
I
No,
have
sorry.
I just have some other 6x8 paper that has
Ooh.
the same color palette.
Oh,
And I thought that would be amazing. Like some of the Minte stuff that we bought
yes.
a while back
Because there's
I
so
also-
much room here.
would be amazing.
Yes.
I think the library one that you guys that you did the
Stamperia Vintage Library would be
Stamperia Vintage
amazing with
Library you'd be
that.
able to use with this too.
Yes. Oh, definitely. So here's what DM was talking about. Here's your cover. It's
Yes.
kind of like that, which is, I love this. So I've made a lot of these albums and I love making them. They take a lot of time. So I don't do them super frequently because we've always had to make the entire album and everything from scratch. So let's see. Oh, there is one whole component not in there. That's okay. Nope. And so we've always made them from scratch and it takes longer. Takes, quite a bit of time. So having the album all ready to go is just amazing because you just put the things in, and so this will come in a pack of 2. So, and I have a lot of these album covers and they're not expensive for the cover. So if you want to do a future project, so you could put it here, you could put it here, you could put it here, you could put this anywhere you want. You can even put it down the bottom if you wanted to. I mean, you can do whatever you want with it.
Margie said the kit would look great as a shadow box too. And it would. Whatever you have left over, you could make into a shadow box.
It
Absolutely.
would be just
or
like
you could make the cover into a shadow box if you wanted to by building it up.
Oh my gosh, you guys have so many good ideas.
Just like
grunge
is your style, you could like grunge it up after
You
you're
can
done.
grunge
You
it
could
up.
use all the leftovers to make a grungy one.
You can, and some people did, ink theirs. I loved the vintage look without even grunging it, so I didn't add any ink at all. But I didn't even think about that, and I agree, Margie. Just like the vintage library shadow box we did, all these parts and pieces. There are so many, pieces of books too that would make great little backgrounds, and there's more words and compasses and lots of tags. Actually, there's a whole handful of these tags in there, and she didn't use any of them. I put one on here, chose to put one. You can do anything you want on the spine, but I put one there, but we didn't use any throughout there. So we've still got all of those, which will be amazing. So here's your memory journal. She's calling it the composition books. You get 2 of those and the black file folder with pockets in there.
Oh, it goes in with that one.
Yep, it comes in that pack. All 3 of those come in that pack, and you get this. And I'm just throwing these in because I had to buy a pack. When I buy a pack, I get them in 24s. So I'm throwing one of those in. And I think it really enhanced the composition book to have the black book binding tape on. So I'm going to cut a long strip of that. And when you receive your kit, this book binding tape will be stuck on this cellophane on the outside of your
oh, nice.
Your cover.
Yeah.
So don't take it out and throw it away. Yeah. Keep it'll just be, stuck on your cover like that for you to pull off. It should pull off just fine and then go onto your book. And if you needed to, you could add a little bit of glue, but I'm going to throw that in because that really, I think, accentuates the look. And then I thought about DM and Sylvia, and I'm like, okay, well, they would doodle here. So then I wanted to start doodling with a white gel pen along this edge.
So much fun.
Just like sitting in school, doodle.
Yep.
Not doodle. So the paper, I will show you this because you'll get to see both sides. Because you only could see one side, the side that I used. So let's do this. So you can tell which side I used because you recognize that. Okay, whoops, there's multiple. So this is the first ones are the first 6, I think. These are the ones that we punched holes in. And that's part of what we'll talk about when we meet prior to make sure that you're prepped is the holes. So don't worry about doing it.
I love that page.
I do too. Glennis, could you fussy cut these out for me?
I was just going to say, look at all those fussy cuts.
Everybody sends them. Everybody send those pages to Glennis, and she'll fussy cut them for us.
That is so funny. Yeah, Glennis, I just need all the pencils, the pens, all the tiny books, the paper, and the clocks. That would be great.
That's everything.
Shipping and instruction. Yes, the price includes shipping and instructions that you can keep and use again and again. So this is the side that is the opposite of the black one. And I did have trouble. I used the black because she did. And there's such a big contrast because I didn't know what we were doing next. I thought I better go with what she went. But you could, in fact, do that. And if you do a solid, in fact, you could even choose to do a black border on matte under the white over here.
You could take that section out so you have extra.
You could not put 2 on one side and then use this to decorate it other ways. So yeah, you could leave it white. Okay, so like you saw that here's a couple pages that were left white and then the things put on top of them, how good that looks with just the rub-ons and stuff. If you wanted to keep one of these to cut up and use for different components, you could put one of these down on one side, leave the other one white, and do some totally different things. Love these whole sheets of bookshelves.
How many pages are there of each print, Marianne? 2?
2 of each. It's ledger paper on the back of that one. And these are really nice, heavy cardstock. So there's the dots that we love. I won't say polka dots because they're more like bubble dots. They're not, I love that they're not symmetrical. I don't know if it shows, but behind the dots, there's actually a grid.
I was just going to say, I see grid.
Yep, it is very, very faint, but it is there, maybe down here. There you go. You can see it better right here. It is there. It is very faint, but it is there. And so if you are one that likes to get your pictures lined up exactly perfectly, there's that little grid behind there. And it's the same grid that is the back of the paper. Here's the other one we loved with all the colors and the chevron. Look at the back. How fun is that?
I can honestly say the chevron, I don't like the back of that one.
Okay.
The chevron is the only thing I like.
Which is great because then you don't have to choose.
I don't have to
remember all those little hexagons with the sayings in them?
Yes.
This would be a fun one to put those hexagons in certain spots or even create a little trail and then do something. If you like that color. All right.
I love that.
That one's gorgeous. Straight.
I love.
I like both sides.
The rest of these, you didn't. Well, wait. Let me take that back here. These 2 right here. Okay, this was the front and back cover. I love those. Look at all the little scenes in there. How many scenes you could cut apart. And there's 2 of them. So you could use something completely different for the front and back cover. But look on the back. Because this was a front and back cover, I didn't get to use any of these cards. But look how cute these cards are.
Yeah.
The little Edison bulbs. These are just adorable.
I would have had a hard time using that with the cards being there.
With the cards on the back. Yep.
Yeah.
I just told myself I'm just going to do it like she's teaching it. I know it was hard. And these are so cute. They're just little. This is 6 by 8 and there are 9 of them. So it tells you that they're smaller than they're not ATC size. They're 2 inches by 3 inches. So 2 by 3, little smaller than ATC. Okay, so we've got that one with those. All right, so these, I love this side too. I had a hard time with this one because this was photomat. So you saw different places where the white photomat had orange behind it or yellow behind it or green behind it. This orange was the photomat there. I love this side though. Look at that wood.
That's gorgeous.
I know. Really is cool. And then this same thing. Look at this brick. I know.
That's so awesome.
I love this brick and had a really hard time because the green was what we used for photo mat.
You're giving me ideas.
I know. So, I would have like made the background a frame, so you would have had the other side to flip over.
Yeah, that would be cool. So now when we do the workshop, you can change up anything you want and you can do it any which way you want. So you don't have to, not use these because I love that. Okay, so you saw this is the one with the black on white numbers. The other side is a white on black.
And that's what I was saying. If you did a page with...
I like that.
I do too.
I like that with one of each. That's a really cool contrast.
Yep. The composition book, it is smaller than a regular composition book, right?
Yep, yes, because the pages are 6 by 8 and it fits on 6 by 8 with that I think about 1/8 of an inch. It says that they're 6. No, I'm sorry. The pages fit on here right up to the edge. So there's no edge on these. The composition book is 6 by 8. So see how that's right up. Yeah, so it is 6 by 8 so that it fits in our nice cover.
Right.
Okay, so then here's the yellow that was just like the orange, and that we used as a photo mat. But look at the other side.
Oh.
This is a Glennis page, but look, I love that orange. The shades of orange.
So pretty.
Yeah, the shades of orange to rust.
I can see a lot of stuff with that right now in my head.
And Glennis, I'd like you to fussy cut me all the perfect little, not the half ones. You can skip those. Just the ones that are the perfect whole leaf. They're so cute. But then I didn't have to do that because in the die cuts, there's a whole mess of individual leaves already cut out. Little tight, and they're so cute. So yeah,
out of everything.
I know. And then there's the back page. And there's,
but I love that page.
I know. And we used part of this, like this was part of the front cover. So what you can't tell is that the front cover actually encompasses 2 pages. So we use this right here, cut it off right here, and then used this other page, and it goes right over the top of it. You can't see. I had to go back and look because I couldn't tell where the line was, because this brick all covers it, and then these Edison bulbs cover it. So you cannot tell that there's 2 pages there, which is really cool. Love that. Love that. But I do love the page. And also I wanted to cut out some of these little teeny tiny ones. They would be super cute with glossy accents and done as a charm on there. These tiny books. Yeah. Or teeny tiny. I don't know. They're just adorable. You know, all the thoughts of things to do with those. So those are really, really cool. And then I showed you, you've got a ton of rub-ons. Those are awesome.
Well, and even with just looking at the packaging, all the extra stuff you have.
Every bit of the packaging is usable too. Like this. Up here, you could totally cut this out and make a title for your book. And you've got a saying right there underneath it. Okay, and then this, here's a whole scene right there with the desk. And look at this. That's even teenier, tinier. These are like 1/4 to a 1/2 inch. I love those. And there are so many flowers, and oh, look at all the stacks of books and all the owls and all the Edison bulbs. They're everywhere. Some of them are single, some of them are in 3s. Some of, they're just cool. So you get the regular size pencils, which are, 1 inch, and the books and all the cool things. And then you get these teeny tiny ones down here and the teeny tiny books. Now, those are going to be adorable in a miniature book. Oh, I just got some great ideas with that. Mini book. And then you've got your ephemera die cut. They're not paper ephemera, they're die cuts. So hexagons with all the cool sayings, there's compasses, the frames are, and you can even cut the frames to change their size. lockers and windows, and the pictures of all of them aren't on here. I mean, all of the die cuts that are in there are not pictured here. I know because the locker that I used in here has 4 lockers on it. It's one wide piece. And then I put this whole thing of books up here through that window. And that locker set is not on here. And neither are any of those books. So, yeah. So there's even more than what it's showing. So cool, isn't it?
It is.
We are good on time. It's going to be our next weekend workshop. The workshop is Saturday, June 29th. That is coming up the end of this month. And so that is time we need to quickly decide who's going to be there. There is a limit of 10 seats because we're going to be in StreamYard just like this. So everybody can see, everybody can talk. And that is the best time ever when we do that. Best workshops that we've ever had, or when we do it.
And if anybody's interested, they just need to private message you.
Yeah, well, let's do this. You can either Venmo or PayPal. The payment, the total is, what did I say? $89. That includes shipping and everything. So $89. You can Venmo
or just round it up to 90, make it a nice, pretty number.
You go. Too. And basically first come, first serve. So if I already have that Bon wants to come, Jen, Sylvia, DM, Sada. And so they already know that they'll go ahead and send over their money right away. But if you send over your money right away, Glennis says she would die cut those tiny things. Oh my gosh. If you send over your money, you've got a seat.
Crafting with a Passion would like 2 kits.
2 kits or 2 seats at the workshop?
It sounds like 2 kits because she has 2 granddaughters.
Oh, okay. So you want to come to the workshop and you want to purchase an extra kit. Is that right?
I would believe so.
Gail, right? Gail? Oh, my brain has been failing me all day. I think it's Gail. But tell me if that is correct, that you want 2, you're going to come to the workshop, but you want 2 kits so that you can make a second one. Okay, so I'm going to put up on the screen both PayPal and Venmo. And you can go either one. First come, first serve. Yeah, I think this is awesome for grandkids. Janine had made 2. The second one was when she did our workshop, and she needed to make a third because she has triplets. So, don't mean to laugh, but yeah, can you imagine 13-year-old triplets? Or did they just turn 14? They just turned 13.
I don't know. The day she was doing it, it was their birthday.
Yeah,
so.
I think they just turned 13. But let's see here. Let me go in and do this really quickly. Okay. All I have to do is delete that. Okay, so here is the PayPal information, the Venmo information, also the last 4 of my phone number. So if it's the first time you've Venmoed and Venmo asks, let's see, that does not have to be a ticker. Let me make it a non-ticker. I don't want it to run across the bottom. It's not letting me change it. Maybe I can only change it when I create it brand new. So, oh well. Okay, so PayPal is mhobbs2001@gmail.com. It'll say Marianne Hobbs in there. Venmo is Marianne-Hobbs. And the picture on both of them, so that you know you're in the right place, the picture on both of them is Lucy. Lucy's the pic there. Lucy is our boxer, our HPP mascot. So picture of Lucy the boxer, cute little face looking up at you. You know you're in the right place. If Venmo asks for my phone number, there's the last 4 digits of the phone number. So basically first come, first serve. And let's see, tick, tick, tick. Yeah. Let me make a note that Gail needs 2. Okay. So I already know, yeah, sweet love Lucy. I already know that Jen and DM, when they do this, are not going to do it like this. They're not going to make a photo album like this. I can tell you that right now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we don't ever want to change things up.
Right? So if you are thinking, I really love this whole collection, but I don't necessarily need a photo album, in that regard, but I would love to use this collection and create a different kind of a journal, then don't worry about that. We'll have that for you at the same time at the workshop, because they'll be doing it differently. They'll be doing it more journal style than photo album style. So I've got the photo album, which is the way she created it. That's the directions we have. I may do one journal style, so then we can, look at both. And every time we talk, there's more ideas of what you could do, what you could do with it. So looking for much grunge from them. Yes, I expect
I don't think much grunge there, lady.
No?
Margie. Was your book grungy? I don't think so.
I you could grunge it up.
You could, but I don't. Yeah,
I feel like it needs it because it's so vintage.
I was actually kind of thinking going sort of a different direction than grunge per se.
Yeah,
more like the papers that the pictures I took.
Oh, yeah.
Those would be super cool added to it. Now you can add anything you want.
Like
so
bricks and things like that.
Yeah, now that you've seen it, and when we meet ahead of time, this is also something that we talk about when people go, okay, if I want to add stuff to it, what
could you add to it? Yeah.
Or how can I do that? So we can talk about that. Also, at that meeting, I will have a list for you of exactly what other supplies you will need to have on hand. And as far as paper and products to make the item with the kit, the only thing you'll need is like 3 sheets of white cardstock. Other than that, everything is here, unless you want to add things, and we'll talk about that. But I'll have a list of like exactly what tools you'll want to have, things like that. I've already got that. Go. Well, Margie sits corrected. Okay, you are in, and I've got you down for 2 kits. So if you go ahead and just send that over either Venmo or PayPal. And if you would, once you send over payment, Sada, Bon, once you send over payment, shoot me a quick message just saying I just sent payment for the workshop, just so I can check it off and know that I've seen it. Sometimes those notifications get past me when there's lots of different notifications come in. And that way I can just check you off real quick. So if somebody else comes in, I won't give away your seat because you're already paid. So, all right, we are 4:45, right? Yep, we are 4:45, and that has to be the end. We only had 1 hour to do this because we're moving on to something else tonight. So our next event is Monday, Jumpstart. And very excited. It is already created in YouTube. You can take a look at that. It'll tell you what to bring with you on Monday. And remember that it is imagination. So we are going to expand our imagination and do some fun things. I'm really excited about.
I know I am excited about the next 2 months and the
not only too, but I won't be able to participate in the Jumpstart, so I'm gonna have to do it sort of off kilter with the Jumpstart.
Yeah. Well, and we know that you often can watch, but you can't participate because you're working,
right?
And that's totally okay. And so Jen won't be on live on Mondays because of that, but she's still throwing in all her ideas and helped with our planning, and the whole admin team has participated in the planning, and they'll all be doing all these things and posting in the group. And we are excited to see. I am very excited, not only about June, but July. We're going to take things not in a different direction. We're going to expand things. We don't want to just keep making the same ephemera over and over again and the same stuff. We're going to try some new things. We're going to experiment with new things. We're going to get in, roll our sleeves up, and have some fun. Gotta be a fun summer. Yeah, I totally agree. Now we've got our practice journals. We can experiment with all kinds of things in there.
Exactly.
Our baby admin is awesome. Yeah. And if you didn't know, didn't recognize other direction. Well, I guess that depends on who's.
Yeah, it depends on
me. It's that way.
Other just in case anybody may not have noticed, we have 2 new admins, and that is Sarah, who is still I haven't seen her in chat for a few minutes, but Sarah Bridges Tooker, she is admin, and Carrie, who also is not available on Mondays because she watches her 2 grandkids on Mondays. So Carrie Clapp.
So you're stuck with me.
Nam and Glynis and Margie and Sylvia and me.
Yep.
Yeah. So they'll pretty much be the ones that are sharing some fantastic. Yes, Sarah's always here on Monday.
Hey, if I ever have a Monday off, I'll let you know.
Yeah. We always appreciate that. You guys are going to love some of the things they're going to share in July. Some techniques and ways of doing things that they do behind the scenes that you just never know of, that going to be so much fun. Anyway, we got to run. Thanks for being here. I'm so excited about this. Let's fill it up. It looks like we've only got a couple more seats left. At this point, I'm going to say maybe 4 seats. So let's fill it up quickly so we can get these mailed out. We can have that meeting and everybody can get to prepping and be completely ready to go. It is going to be a lot of fun. So you guys have a great weekend, and we will see you all Monday. Jumpstart.
Good to see everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
See you later.